Happy New Month! Welcome to the month of June. We're already almost at the half mark in the year 2025, and it's amazing how fast the year has moved. When did we just sing this Happy New Year? Like, seriously? But I'm excited for this month. Of course, for those of you who know, June is my month, and in a few days' time, I'll be celebrating another year and thanking God for His goodness and faithfulness in my life. I thought to bring a quick update to you. Like I always say, I'm here to share good news with you. Good news for optimal health, basically. That's what this channel is about. And the reason why I've taken it upon myself to come and be sharing this type of news with you is because I know that you will rarely see this news in the mainstream media space. In fact, I'll be surprised if you've seen this news that I'm about to share with you. But it happened I think 2 weeks ago, right? Watch it and just watch this next clip by itself and hear what's going on.
Hi, everybody. I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., your HHS Secretary, and I'm here today with NIH Director Dr. Jay Bhattacharya and FDA Commissioner Dr. Marty Makary. I couldn't be more pleased to announce that as of today, the COVID vaccine for healthy children and healthy pregnant women has been removed from the CDC recommended immunization schedule. Last year, the Biden administration urged healthy children to get yet another COVID shot despite the lack of any clinical data to support the repeat booster strategy in children.
That ends today. It's common sense and it's good science.
There's no evidence healthy kids need it today, and most countries have stopped recommending it for children.
We're now one step closer to realizing President Trump's promise to make America healthy again.
Produced by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
So the MAHA Commission report was released prior to that announcement you just listened to. MAHA Commission report was titled "A Call to Action for Common Sense," something like that, right? Of course, we know MAHA is Make America Healthy Again, and in that report, it was basically, I'll play a clip from it for you so that you listen to it.
4 months ago, I created the Presidential Commission to Make America Healthy Again, and today the Commission officially delivers its first report on childhood health. Here are just some of the alarming findings, and they really are alarming. It's unbelievable, terrible. More than 40% of American children now have at least one chronic health condition. Since the 1970s, rates of childhood cancer have soared in many cases by nearly 50%, 50%. Wow. In the 1960s, less than 5% of the children were obese. Now over 20% are obese. A few decades ago, think of this one. This is, to me, the one that gets me every time, and it seems to be getting worse. Just a few decades ago, 1 in 10,000 children had autism. Today, it's 1 in 31. Last time I heard the number is 1 in 34, right? Now it's 1 in 31. There's something wrong, and we will not stop until we defeat the chronic disease epidemic in America. We're going to get it done. For the first time ever, this report examines some of the root causes that many believe are making our children sicker and our population sicker, I guess. It just doesn't stop with the children. It's our population also.
So in my wildest imagination, of course, somehow I knew that this day was going to come, but I didn't really think that it was going to come this quickly. But it's a ton of events for the world generally.
It's a call to action for common sense. We've relied too much on conflicted research, ignored common sense, or what some would call mother's intuition. It's common sense that ultra-processed, nutrient-poor food contributes to chronic disease. It's common sense that excessive screen time and isolation lead to anxiety and depression, especially in children. It's common sense that exercise and healthy food should come before prescriptions and surgery. It's common sense that not all calories are equal in nutritional value. It's common sense that over-medicating kids is dangerous. It's common sense that we can celebrate the innovations of modern life while also demanding fearless inquiry into ameliorating the negative effects of medication, agriculture, and environmental practices. It's common sense that research funded by corporations deserves more scrutiny than independent studies.
I really love the whole speech that was given. Trump spoke about the fact that the health rate in children is at a declining rate, and very, very fast one at that. If indeed our health practices have been advancing our health, then why are we having such a declining rate? So, I mean, it's a call to action for common sense, for every one of us to go back, to sit down and reassess the things that we have been doing and check ourselves and be sure that we are not by ourselves endangering our lives and our offspring and our generations to come. And one thing that I'm very convinced about is addressing this part. So you heard that vaccination is being taken off the schedule for babies. I can tell you more is coming. More is coming, because for me as an individual, if you lied to me once, how do I know that all the things you told me previously were not lies? How do I validate that? I will then go back and check and see. And some of you, I mean, for those who swear by vaccines, like some people will say, oh yeah, well, you took it now, we all took it and none of us died. Excuse you.
I'm not sure what was happening to my microphone at this point. I think the battery just ran low or something, and so the rest of the video, except you can read lips, you really wouldn't hear me clearly. So I had to do this voice over to try to salvage the situation. And what I was just trying to say at this point was that for those of us, people come up with the argument to say that we've had these things all our lives, or all of us took vaccines and all that. First off, the number of vaccines the children are taking now is way more than what we took at our time. The science just doesn't back what exists today, unfortunately for us, right? And for what I was saying, maybe you didn't hear that part where I said I believe many of us who took these things in times past, maybe we were just an exception to the rule, because if truly you have information of the data of damage that has occurred to people who took these things, if you had first-hand information from someone who has experienced it, right? Someone who lost a child, someone whose child got deformed immediately after taking it, so many of these cases exist. It's just that because of the way these things have been censored for years, many of those things are never tied or were never tied to the vaccines. But in reality, and if we're going to go back down in history and recheck those cases, you will find that most of those cases were vaccine injuries. And I was also saying here that there are people in the world today who have never vaccinated any of their children, and those children are doing well. Everybody is doing fine. As a matter of fact, knowing what I know now, I've said it before and I'll say it again and again and again. If I mistakenly have another child today, not one vaccine will that child take. Why? Because nature takes care of itself by itself. The best thing you can give the body is whatever comes in nature, and vaccines, by virtue of the ingredients that are contained in them, do not come from nature. You have dangerous metals like aluminium, mercury. Yes, they'll say they come in trace quantities, but come off it. They're metals and they do not belong in the human body. You have monkey DNA, all these funny things. I think I've shared that here before, right? I have a 40 questions, a list of 40 questions for people who say vaccines work. I'm yet to find somebody who will answer at least one of those questions. Maybe you can name 5 ingredients from your favorite vaccine. I'm sorry, it may sound like I'm jesting off here, but I'm just trying to pass this information to let us all know that more is coming from where that came from the MAHA stables, right? And I'm all up for it. I'm looking forward to it, and I definitely will be here to share all the juicy details with you. By God's grace. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I'm so sorry my audio messed me up. But I'll try to be more careful next time anyways. So thank you so much for watching my video today. Kindly share this information with other people so that everyone knows and everyone is aware. And I'm sure that there is going to be more coming up, and I'll definitely be here to share the news with you. So please follow, like, share, subscribe, whatever, and be sure that your number one health advocate is here cheering you on, and I'll definitely make news available to you as soon as I see it or as soon as I'm able to. Thank you so much, and please watch previous videos on my channel. I have so many that I've shared. Kindly watch them and you'll be blessed. Thank you so much. See you again soon.